Unscripted TV, Kranberry Letter.
Nah. Okay, dear Kranberry Letter. I am a heterosexual woman, female. I have never identified as a lesbian or had any homosexual experiences. However, I have been curious about females. I was raised very religious, and I have been taught that those types of interactions were considered sin. As I have gotten older and gained more insight and education, my mind has gradually begun to become more open to the thought of not considering any type of sexuality being a sin, even if it makes me or others uncomfortable. In some recent years, I have found myself having an attraction or a crush on females in certain occasions. It is not always physical, more of an emotional connection. I love having sexual relationships with men. I would not trade that for anything, but again, I find myself being more and more curious about what it is like to be with a female.
Okay, let me stop you right there. You said she has she likes having sexual relations with men.
Right.
So she's having like numerous men or just certain men? Like somebody she has like on the side she can knock off or?
It's not stated.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
She got that part.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. Continue.
Thank you.
Okay.
My first crush happened about 2 years ago in the workplace. I developed a pretty intense friendship with a coworker. We became like best friends. She had a girlfriend. All of us were friends, but I was much closer to her rather than her girlfriend. When we talked every day, we would start our day on the phone at 7 a.m., see each other at work, and most times she would be the last voice I heard at night. When she had emergencies, she would call me and vice versa. There was no sexual contact, and I believe she just thought of me as a friend, but I started to have feelings for her.
So stop. So she was enjoying the friendship that she was getting from a woman and never got this from a man, apparently.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
You know something? You know, let's stop the horse shit. You know what I'm saying? This is some tarnation hell right here. I ain't never had men friends that I thought about. I wonder what it'd be like reach over and squeeze his balls.
His scrotums.
His scrotums. You know, wave them in my hands and stuff. I ain't never felt that. So you stop the
but you're
horse
right,
shit.
yeah, you're right, because I ain't never felt no shit like that.
It ain't never crossed my mind. Right. I wonder what his balls,
but it sound like
it's scrotum. It feel like
it sound like this guy just was looking
between my greasy fingers. I ain't never thought nothing like that.
But it sound like she was looking for a friendship. That's what it sound like to me.
But where did the friendship go from?
Because apparently when she having sex with men, she wasn't getting it.
I wonder what it feel like for my girlfriend. I don't even know what the hell they rub no more. You know, I don't know. Continue with it, because I'm getting confused. Scroll. What's the name of this damn letter? Cranberry. Squeeze more out of the letter.
There was no sexual contact, and I believe she just thought of me as a friend, but I started to have feelings for her. One day, she and her girlfriend had a big fight, and she called me at 5 in the morning to come get her. I went and brought her to my house. We talked all night, and I knew I loved her. Again, we never had...
Stop. Now, I'm about like Isaac now. Yeah, she had a fight with her girlfriend, so I go pick her up at 5 o'clock, and all of a sudden now I'm in love with her. Well, I love her. Not in love with her. I love her.
Right.
I mean, but you're supposed to be there as a friend.
Well, you love your friends. Don't you love your friends?
If Isaac called me and said he having a problem, I go pick him up. I'm not going to say, but damn, I really love this man.
I love this
man.
What
the fuck? I'm not like Isaac now. Where the fuck that come from? So apparently her curiosity is a lot stronger. These men just was tiring her out to the point she wasn't getting shit out of it. Because she said she like had sex with men, but apparently they were just getting their shit and going. So she wasn't getting nothing but a wet ass, and that was it.
That's it.
So now she got this friendship with this chick They having good conversation. They no sex done. Everything's different than what she's been used to.
But women can get emotional like that.
Yeah, so all of a sudden now,
yeah.
so all of a sudden you attached to somebody because of a friendship. Now you're saying, oh, I realize I love
all
her.
them damn
It's because women go
parties.
more off of emotions.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So while she said, yeah, I love to have sex with these men she was having sex with, all they want is to give me the ass.
Yeah.
They ain't giving her nothing back.
She
Okay,
like,
I'll holler at you next week or whatever.
Come on, boo. You cry on my show. Women can cry.
Yeah, so that emotional attachment made her think she was in love with this man.
And then while she crying, next thing you know, she hears the sound of this battery operated thing messing around with her clitoris. And shit, they'll be gnashing and weeping of teeth. And all that
Smash.
Next thing she being plunged and like, damn, what the hell, girl? You done took me to a place I ain't never been. But they already emotionally attached because they can talk.
Now, the bottom line of it is, the men that she was fucking with didn't give her what she was looking for, and this woman did. That's the bottom line of it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You know, I done heard women say, man, I'm tired of sucking dick. I mean, if a woman tells you, I'm tired of sucking dick, she ain't getting shit out of it. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like that. She's tired of fucking me. So, fuck it, I got this woman. You know what I'm saying?
Them women know. They know they own body.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why once one of them go that route, which is fine. I mean, that's what turns you on. That's what turns you on. It's hard to get them back because women know they erroneous zones. That's what they call them. They're erroneous zones. Ain't they what they? Erroneous zone. Damn. Erogenous, erroneous.
Yeah,
them zones there. They know.
Fuck out of me when you said that.
If you
I thought you were talking about her areolas.
Yeah, all that. You take a half. If you go a half inch to the left, then you hit that G-spot.
G-spot. But I know some women are very sensitive on their areolas. Yeah, you get to suck on certain ones. They hold that spot. Then they start jumping around the house, and you try to catch them.
Yeah. It's like
titty just fly. Girl,
some of them like to jump in the spin cycle on that fucking drive. Be like, let me spin it here.
Because it's like once you hit that spot, shit, you gotta catch the ass, man. You know, you get a water hose or something and come in and sit your ass down. I don't keep running around the fucking house.
Again, we never had any physical or sexual contact ever. I moved out of state, and she made sure I was taken care of when I moved. She gave me furniture, gift cards, gas cards, and collected money from my peers. She even went apartment shopping with me. I fell deeply in love with her. She worked it out. She worked it out with her girlfriend, and they got engaged. I went with her to pick out the ring, but then for some reason we stopped talking. I was not there when she proposed, nor was I invited to the wedding.
Okay,
she just stopped.
Stop. Fucking stop.
She knew she was a lesbian.
Yeah, she said that a long time ago.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you with this girl, but she done broke up with her girl, had an argument. And then this girl is doing everything she can for you, while at the same time she's trying to patch up her shit with her other girl.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So it's like now, now I'm deeply in love with her because she done bought me gas, she did this, she did that. But then turn around, this chick goes back to the girl she was with at first. So you was a stop on, you was a pit stop.
Side chick.
Yeah, a side chick.
But they had no relation.
But they had no relation, but regardless, you was that pit stop. You was a pit stop, this girl made sure she had some just in case she couldn't get back to where she wanted to be.
She needed to stay in the friend zone.
She's in love with her, man.
Well, it's emotion.
Yeah.
Okay,
continue. Yeah, well, they ain't sucking dick, but they ain't got nothing. They sucking toes, strap-ons and shit. But continue.
Oh, Jesus.
They licking the elastic on
the elastic on the strap-on.
The elastic on it. Girl getting loose. Tighten it up. But continue though, for real.
She just stopped talking to me.
See?
I don't know what happened. She stopped taking my calls, period. I got a new job and moved on. I haven't spoken to her since. On my current job, I find myself having an attraction to another female. She does identify as homosexual. We have spoken briefly. She is always pleasant and has good conversation. I do find her attractive, and I am starting to question my own sexuality. I am most attracted to this new female, I think, because she reminds me of my old friend. I love being with men, but I am clearly attracted to some females.
Yeah.
I really like this girl, but I am nervous to talk to her. I want to develop our friendship, but I am definitely open to it if it becomes more.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I am lesbian, bisexual, or just flat out curious.
Oh.
What should my next move be?
That's
Should I
something.
pursue my curiosity?
Let me have you ask you. If you fell in love with a lesbian, first of all, and then secondly, you start to have the same feelings for another lesbian, then it's
Walk like the duck, talk like the duck.
yeah.
Pretty
Two
much.
ducks make one duck,
Pretty much.
and 1 + 1 = 2. So yeah, it's not a curiosity thing.
It was curiosity to start.
If I was a church person, I would say the devil is on you hard.
Yeah, it was curiosity.
You need to
It was
But since I
curiosity.
ain't going there, right?
Right. But it was.
You got some billionaires
Yeah.
and then.
Yeah, you like bitches.
Being
But
lesbian.
excuse me, you like women. But
You right.
but basically to me what I'm hearing and just
You a
give
black
you
ass woman,
and
long
give you
ass black dog
my opinion.
with the multiple heads on.
Yeah, when I used to work at the bookstore, I used to cut them in half for people. You know I used to work there. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I used to work at the bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but my opinion, the dome. You know, you had the two-headed dome. Yeah, I remember come up there. Can you cut this in half? So I get the ruler out and make sure it's half, and I cut the bit. After they pay for it, of course. Not $30. Yeah, not $30. They just catch them in the bag and shit.
But
Anyway,
Oh, the
what?
one with the two.
Yeah, the two heads on it. They about this, about that. I don't
So they
know.
can both
Yeah, so they both can
enjoy
work
the
each other.
pleasure.
Yeah. But they want to cut in half. I guess they're gonna just sit beside each other and do it instead of just looking up and how they're getting nothing to do. But anyway, my opinion is that she was curious at the start.
Yes.
And once she realized, okay, talking to a woman, I get more emotional attached to her.
Yeah.
So my curiosity became more of a, I want to be with this person.
Yeah.
I can't get this from a man. Although I do love men, but I can't get this from a man. But I can get this better
missing
from a woman.
on the man is the talking part.
Yeah. Because if a man would give her what that woman gave her,
The emotional
that
connection.
emotional connection,
yes.
then she would have been straight. But
I think
since
that's
she
what
couldn't
happens
get
with a
it.
lot of women.
Yeah, because if you can't get that emotional connection with that man, what you do? You go to your friend, and all of a sudden you get that shit. Now you're in love with him. I done seen a couple of movies. It's just like that story right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they try to go home, and one girl that I saw try to go home and say, "Oh, baby, I love you," but at the same time, hey, I got a girlfriend. So she want to know if she's curious, bisexual, or just fucking lesbian. Right now, at this point, I think she's a lesbian.
Okay.
She just hasn't had the experience as a lesbian, but her feelings and emotions are hooking into a woman. Although she still likes some Peter, but Peter can go. You can buy him.
I think she can
I
be
don't
saved
know.
though. If she can find a
I ain't
penis
trying to
with
find
some
no penis.
emotional connection to it, she can be
Yeah, she found a man that's got
jump off
emotional.
on that end.
Yeah, but see, most men ain't gonna give you that time. You meet a
No,
man and he give you a couple of weeks.
She
you
likes
gotta
a
start
lot of
dropping.
penises.
Yeah,
But
when
it
it
sound
sound,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
But them penises, what she looking for, wasn't giving a shit.
Yeah.
Because the head on that penis is like, bitch, woman, I just want to get something. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Hope you enjoyed the show. That was our Cranberry Letter.
Kranberry Letter.
Yeah.
We'll probably have another one here shortly.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
Hope you enjoyed it.